Afro-historian. You're most likely aware of many past African leaders as Robert Mugabe, Muammar Gaddafi, Louis Compaoré, and the likes who ruled their respective countries for decades and chose to remain in office by hook or by crook. The longest and current ruling non-royal democratic leader in the world has been serving for 45 years and is none other than Africa's Paul Biya. Paul Biya was born February 13, 1933 in French Cameroon, now Cameroon, to the southern part of the country. He studied in his home country before proceeding to study public law in France, where he gained a diploma in 1961. Biya has been married twice. His first marriage to Jane Irena Biya was childless. They remained together till her demise in January 1992. Biya then married his second wife, Chantal Biya, who is partly French and Cameroon. He served as the first Prime Minister of Cameroon from June 1975 till November 1982, when he became the second President of Cameroon. Biya rose from being a civil servant under President Bello Amadou Ahidjo to being the Secretary General in 1968 till 1975, when he became Prime Minister of Cameroon. He dropped the anchor of Prime Minister and became President of Cameroon in 1982, following Bello Ahidjo's unexpected resignation. His rule as Prime Minister and then President of Cameroon from 1975 to date makes him the longest ruling non-royal leader in the world. Biya have been able to remain in office due to the one-party system of government being practiced in Cameroon since independence until 1990, when multi- and opposition parties were legalized. Due to that, Biya formed a coalition government with other party leaders, promising governmental positions and mouth-watering opportunities, which has helped Biya remain a sole dominant option for the presidency. Biya was supposed to retire as president following the expiration of his fifth term in 2011, but rather in early 2008, Biya called for electoral reform, which removed term limits to the presidency, allowing him to run for office limitlessly, stating that it is undemocratic to limit the people's choice. This was followed by violent demonstrations mainly in the English-speaking regions of Cameroon. The rebels called for secession, hundreds of lives were lost, and thousands were arrested, molested, and tried. Biya have absolute control of the country's state-owned medias and legislative arms of government. Sitting majority of his party members occupy the seat in the National Assembly, so rarely are any of his policies turned down. Executive actions, trials, and cases are solely reviewed in line with the Constitution upon Biya's approval. Since the early 90s, Biya made minor appearances, dedicated some of his responsibilities to his personally appointed and frequently changed prime ministers, while he relaxes offshore at his favorite intercontinental hotel in Geneva, Switzerland, and France at the expense of a country with overly poor citizens. Biya's subsequent elections have been said not to be credible, citing the absence of opposition, lack of credibility of the electoral process, and violence, which also resulted to poor voters' turnout. In 2014, due to harsh local and international criticism, Biya hired 6 ex-congressmen from the United States of America to come declare that the elections were free and fair, and that he had won due to him being the people's choice. In early 2017, in the English-speaking southern Cameroon, there were sequenced broadcasts of genocides and assaults following the people's call for secession from Cameroon. These consistent assaults were perpetrated by the US-trained Army Unit, Rapid Intervention Battalion, BIR, under the approval of Biya. Upon the electoral reform in 2008, Biya is immune to trials for crimes he has or may commit as President of Cameroon. even after he have left the office. There is no freedom of press and association. Biya's government have unjustly jailed, assaulted, and tried numerous opposition party members, critics, and journalists who have been critical of his government to his military tribunal. He practically runs the country however he wishes, unchallenged even by foreign powers, as is luring the French, UK, and USA as stark supporters of this menace. In 2009, Biya made the list of world's worst dictators, compiled by Parade magazine. It's evident that power corrupts the good, makes the bad even worse than cruel. Properties may be replaced, neither can lives. People should be cherished, given mutual respect, regardless of yours or their standings, status, beliefs, or race. In times when Africa tests for progress, Biya has proved to be ruthless by his decision to remain a dictator in a nominal democratic government.